So guys, Peter Obi had a coffee section with some Nigerian youths, and he told them during that sitting that if we don't win this election, he will never want to contest again because the presidency is going to go to the north. And after 2 tenures of the north having it, before he comes back to the south, he is 77 years old and he will not want to contest during that period. So Peter Obi was actually telling Nigerians how important this election is and why we must win this election. Because guess what? If we don't have people like Peter Obi on the ballot who are actually looking for a Nigeria that works for everybody, a Nigeria that encourages the youths to do, to put in their efforts in what they are doing. If we don't have Peter Obi this time around, see, the cabals are going to continue in their rascality in destroying this nation. You have seen how Nigeria is faring today. People are hungry, security everywhere. But the cabals are celebrating that people are leaving other parties to join them. There's confusion, calamities in other political parties, which, the cabals are being accused to be the ones setting other parties ablaze so that only them can survive. This is the only strategy because they know they have failed the people. They don't have anything to show that they've achieved as people who were elected to lead. Now they've resorted to making people to just defect to join them. Peter Obi is actually telling us that if we don't get it right this time around, it might be difficult to get it right because before the presidency will return to the south, he might not be interested in running. So guys, this election is for you and I to ensure that we secure power. The Nigerian people secure power. Power is for Nigerians if Peter Obi takes over leadership. Anyway, before we get into that video, I want you to take a look at what a northerner who has sent a very strong message to Showore has got to say. Take your time, watch this video and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now take a look.
All right, sorry. I've been looking through the internet and I saw that I've been consistently checking. And I saw that when you wake up in the morning, the first person that will come to your mouth is Peter Obi. Today, Peter Obi this. Tomorrow, Peter Obi that. Next tomorrow, Peter Obi that. Peter Obi this, that. Every time you call Peter Obi. Even when Peter Obi went to Rome, to the Pope swearing in, or what do they call it? You said that Peter Obi went there, they bounced him, they didn't allow him to enter. He went before, when they went to do lying in state as the Pope. This was that one down. Now let me explain to you. Because now you are behaving like an industry plant. Yes, that's what you are doing. You are doing like industry plants. Now, Peter Obi have explained. Even the one you say he lobbied to go to Rome, to go and meet President Tinubu, to go and beg him because of the 300 and something, how much that fidelity is, that the court, say fidelity should pay somebody. Peter Obi have replied you. He said, number one, that he is not the owner of fidelity. That just like he has headed fidelity, he has headed 5 organizations. Now, Peter Obi went for that. He says that, how will he go to Rome to go and lobby the president? That he has never asked to see the president. That even if this is the first time that him and Tinubu are seeing in years since the election, that he have not seen him, that he doesn't have time to be looking for the president. He's busy chasing his political career. Now, sorry, there are issues to be discussed. The governor of Borno State have said that there are politicians in Borno are aware of even in working with Boko Haram members. Now he says that even people in the army are working with the Boko Haram and giving them information. These are the kind of issues that you will look at. There is a video trending online when Akpabio says that they have collapsed everything in the south for Tinubu. He says that as a matter of fact, that Tinubu will be the only candidate that will represent the APC, that nobody will oppose him. That every Nigerian, including you and I, must vote for him. Now, these are issues that you are supposed to, because we are slowly moving into one party, and then we are moving to a point whereby we can't even touch. These are issues that you will look at. Not that when you wake up in the morning, your focus is Peter Obi. You are acting like you are working for somebody. You are an opposition. Don't forget, you have a political party that you two are trying to see if you can be president. So why is Peter Obi now your problem? You are on an opposition. There are issues to be discussed. Please, this behavior you are doing is industry plant behavior. You are doing like an industry plant. So you have to be very, very focused on your own goal as a politician, because you too, you have followers. Some of us are following you. And when you are talking about Peter that didn't do anything, we'll be like, who are we even following? Wouldn't they follow Matman or something? Allegedly, if I talk now, they say, Malan Shaib is go talk with you. No. But I'm the spice creator. Google me if you like. Don't Google me. But everything I say is allegedly far.
He blamed the ruling government for fueling turmoil in the Labour Party and the People's Democratic Party, the PDP. The 2023 Labour Party presidential candidate emphasized the need for strong opposition parties in Nigeria's democracy.
It is my belief that this thing, we should even have retirement age for it. I don't want to be running for office. By 2027, I'll be 65 years old, as at the time of the election. And if, for example, they do it north and south, so if it didn't come to me, if I was not lucky, it will go north 2031. The next time it's coming to south is 2039. Am I right?
Yes.
I'll be about 77 years. I wouldn't want to do any election. It will make a mess of it. I don't want to do that.
All right, that was Obi there speaking. We have in the studio to discuss these issues the Nana Kazori, Director, Strategic Communications and Media, Obedient Movement. Thanks for joining us, Nana.
Thank you for having us, indeed.
Yes.
Thank you for having me. I've not been on Newsnight. This is my first time.
Okay,
no, I've been on
good.
Newsday. I've been on Arise Prime Time.
So congrats.
Thank you.
Congrats to you.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. Well, the question, he was there at the Northern Elders meeting, and the question of coalition has been on, but Obi says, I am running on the platform of the Labour Party. That is sending, should I say wrong signals? I don't know. What do you make of it? Because they're talking coalition, he's meeting with the coalition, he's going to their meetings, but he says, I'm still running on the platform of Labour Party.
It's just the simple truth. He's still a member of the Labour Party. I was there when he made the comment. And so it was in context. He was asked a question, and it was in response that he said he would be running if today, here and now, there was an election, or there is an election, tomorrow in the next 24 hours. That's the party he would be running, under. That's the platform that he would use. So he was very specific. All the other members of the coalition are still in their parties. None of them has come to say X, Y, that they're out of it. But I don't know, somehow the media, I will be thanking Arise News, for giving us the opportunity to be able to explain so that the public is not misled, because it is very important that the people who listen aren't misled. So thank you for inviting me to your program.
So what you're saying
Yes.
is that the coalition talks are still on, and he's still part of the coalition.
Of course, he's still part of the coalition talks.
So tomorrow, he may not, the language or the phrase, I will run on the Labour Party, may change. If the coalition takes root, he may then run.
Who knows? And what I always want to let people understand is that the coalition is still in the gestation stages. It's too early for anybody to start to say to you, this is what's going on. Yes, I know that Peter Obi sells news, so that's why you would find a lot of media houses have taken it upon themselves to draw news from a rock. And Peter Obi is an Okute. His name is the rock, isn't it?
When Obi says, that the government is to be blamed for the crisis. I mean, you listened to Dr. Ahmadi a while ago. I don't know whether you listened to him. When Obi says the crisis in the Labour Party and the PDP is orchestrated by the government or the Tinubu administration, as the case may be, I'm wondering, isn't that a case of shooting them himself, their parties, in the leg? Because you're saying that you people can handle it. For me, I'm thinking, I don't know, so I'm asking, isn't that shooting themselves in the leg when you said that somebody is the one causing your crisis?
Why is it that in Nigeria we don't like to call a spade a spade? We know what's going on.
I don't know.
He gave a classic example of a time when President Yaradua Ali Jakanshi, when he was in government and the APGA was having a problem, and he called, you know, the then INEC chairman and said to him, I want this thing to be over. I need it to end now. And it did. So when there are issues within the political party and people are crying wolf and people are saying to you that this is where the issues are coming from, we're not conjuring up these names. You should ask yourself, when you think about this, then you should ask yourself, why is the APC in panic mode? Why are they acting as if
who says that?
Pardon me, let me finish. They are. The way that they're acting, the way they're goading Nigerians, the way they're goading people into defections, tells you that they're in panic mode, tells you that they know. They themselves are also interested in the coalition. Yes.
Defection is part, I mean, anyway, whichever way you look at it, I mean, our constitution seems to have an issue there.
No,
but
we don't have an issue. There's no issue. Everybody is entitled to freedom of association.
Yeah. So,
absolutely. But
so that,
when
that
you have, when you have
a
rubber stamp National Assembly that refuses to declare those seats vacant, please give me the answer, Mr. Nnamdi.
I just read a news where the National Assembly takes exception to being called a rubber stamp.
That's by the way.
That's by the way. The question
I didn't stutter.
Somebody watching will ask, when Obi keeps pointing a finger and PDP keeps pointing a finger at some other external influence, the question is the Labour Party and the PDP, well, we're talking about Labour Party, expecting another party or an outsider to solve your crisis?
Absolutely not.
So
just because His Excellency Peter Obi is talking in coalition doesn't mean that he's not also having conversation within the Labour Party to be able to sort out the internal issues that have been brewing. That's not it at all. But truth be told, I'm not going to sit down here and then start to divulge certain
solving
information.
Nigeria's problems, does it dwell with the North? That's what he said.
To a large extent. I'm from the North, and that always gives me a lot of joy because all my life, for a long time, what you hear is Nigeria's oil wealth, Nigeria's oil wealth. We have, over time, we've forgotten the other regions. So when he says that the vast arable lands in northern Nigeria, he put it also in context. I'm not good with numbers, so I'm not going to go there. He let us know that Bangladesh, in what they put out in terms of productivity is just the size of 2 northern Nigerian states. And we know that we have the numbers. We know that we have the vast arable land. We also know that we have mineral resources that can be of great, that can put Nigeria back on the pedestal that she belongs. That's what he's saying. It's time for the North to look inward. It's time for us to begin to say, we can do this.
He talked about the North has been voting for something else. It's time to vote for competence and capacity. Mm-hmm. And any right-thinking individual will ask, you're having issues in your party. So which competence and capacity are they voting for if you can't handle your problems? He's advising the North to vote for competence and capacity.
You're still trying to put me into a spot that I'm not going to follow with you. When you people make these kind of comments, I'm wondering, are you trying to elicit a negative response from me? Peter Obi let me tell you something. Peter Obi himself is stronger than all those politicians put together.
In what
He's
way?
more competent and he's shown capacity, especially because when you look at the trajectory of the things that he has done, he's been consistent. So when you look at Peter Obi, the obedient movement, the one thing you can say about us is that we are one of the most honest people. We wear our hearts on our sleeves. Peter Obi is more interested in a Nigeria. He's always said it, that he's not interested in power grabbing. So his message is not about snatch it, grab it, run with it. It's not served a la carte. He wants the consciousness of Nigerians to wake up. That in itself shows capacity. That in itself shows competence. It's not just about the party and issues that we have. There's a bigger picture. And that's why everywhere we go, everywhere you go, his name is on everybody's lips. Yes
All right,
or no?
He says, sorry?
Yes or no? He's in the
Crisis.
discussions. I'm not talking, well, even in the crisis situation. My mother was a journalist, my late mom, and she would say to you that when they were taught that no news is particularly bad news. So even with the crisis, the man has been steering himself and the party, including the obedient movements, in the right direction. Like I said, it's about the consciousness of Nigerians. PO always wants for Nigerians to understand what their rights are. He lets people, you heard him say that when he's a certain age, he might not want to run. Let me just say this to PO. Sir, remember that you're running for that office through us, the Nigerian people who believe in you. So we might just ask you to run again.
Yeah, but if he knows he can't go on, you can't force him back, but that's by the way. He says crimes and insecurity in the north is a consequence of poverty. And the region must invest in education because it's the easiest way to tackle poverty. What is he saying to the north when he says this? Is he saying to the north that their leaders have failed them?
The leaders all over Nigeria have failed Nigerians. It's not peculiar to the north, but like I said, context. He was speaking to a northern group that invited him to come there. So it had to be in context. Nigerian leaders have failed Nigerians over the years. You must agree that things haven't gone well for us. Are we still Nigeria's giant of Africa? People still ask. So yes.
We're still, I don't know, in maybe numbers.
Numbers?
Yeah.
What do you mean by numbers?
Nigeria is the biggest black continent, African continent.
Yeah, in terms of numbers.
In the world, yeah.
In terms of numbers, but insecurity is rife. We have, I think we're second, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, in terms of out of school children in Africa. The issues with child mortality rates, women, do you understand? Women and children mortality rates. So what is it? Where?
Okay.
Do Nigerians, please excuse me, do Nigerians have the basics? Do we have basic healthcare, basic education? Are our children on the streets? And so when I say rubber stamp, I didn't stutter. When the National Assembly decides to say to Nigerians that compulsory voting, they want to do it like I think Brazil and Australia, then any right-thinking person should ask, what they should be asking is, why is there voter apathy? Why won't Nigerians want to come out to exercise what is their fundamental human right? Why is there such a distrust of the government? Those are the questions that they should be asking.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. Peter Obi represents the man of the people. Peter Obi is that man who wants to see Nigeria work. The cabals have made it in a way that they want to make it look difficult, that Peter Obi cannot win election in Nigeria. See, Peter Obi is the man of the people. Even when Peter Obi came to the coalition center yesterday, you need to see people stood up for this man. The respect is there because they know that Peter Obi has the backing of Nigerians, the backing of a typical Nigerian youth who understands that the system is cheating on us and we want to see things change. Peter Obi represents that one man who can take this country from nothing to something. And that is why everybody has to put in his or her best to ensure that come next election, see, Tinubu must leave Asorock, because if Peter Obi does not win this election, you know the implication, you know what that means. It means that the system is just going to continue the way it is happening now. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.